Okay.
This
See,
call is now being recorded.
yeah. My dear friends, this cryptocurrency, why it is on fire means this is the basic reason. This cryptocurrency, somebody, you have to accept that recording. I am accepting for recording. I am recording this meeting for our own development, and then many people, those who are not able to attend, they can see the video later. So you can accept Alan. You can somebody tell Alan to join back again by saying yes. See, cryptocurrency effect. See here, I'll just zoom it and show it to you. So this is the cryptocurrency effect. From 2010, in Indian rupee, where from it has started from 38 rupees to now it has grown to 30 lakh rupees per Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the one cryptocurrency. Its value increased from 38 rupees, Indian rupees. 2010 38 rupees if somebody has got one cryptocurrency, now he must be having the value of 30 lakh rupees. See, it caught the imagination of people to join and purchase this cryptocurrency left and right, right? So this growth is phenomenal growth, and then it has beat all other classes. But my dear friends, before investing, this is the wow effect. No class of investment has given this much returns, right? 38 rupees to 30 lakh. It means we should know what is cryptocurrency is. So that is what we are going to deal with this topic today. Sorry. What is cryptocurrency? What is crypto? Crypto means nothing but cryptography plus currency. So what is cryptography? Cryptography means what? Anybody? Cryptography. Am I audible?
End-to-end encryption.
What? Cryptography is nothing but, sorry, somebody has said, Shivakumar?
End-to-end encryption, sir.
Sorry? Say again?
End-to-end encryption.
End-to-end encryption.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. End-to-end encryption is kind of, now what you are seeing in Lalit Kumar, come back. So every year, this cryptography is that if a person sends some message to you, suppose if I am sending to Siva Kumar one message, okay? So in between somebody sees, they will not see that message. They can only see the scrambled part. Only sender and the receiver will see that that message. Similarly, the currency also we cannot touch and feel. So we can touch and feel that. So it is in the encrypted part. It goes from transaction, one transaction to other transaction. You cannot hold that cryptocurrency money in your hand and then feel about it. So that is why cryptocurrency is, it's not no counterfeit in it. Counterfeit thing is that if 1,000, 2,000 rupees notes were introduced, 500 and 1,000 were abolished in 2016, only because most of the currencies printed here in India, it also printed in Pakistan, it was routed through Kashmir and other West Bengal, and people started counterfeit money, and it has weakened the economy. Welcome, Govindasamy. So it has weakened the economy. So counterfeit currencies were there. Counterfeit na kalla note. So those kind of kalla note is not possible in currency. So it is a crypto plus currency. It's called cryptocurrency. Okay. You will see the next slide. Evolution of currency. Evolution of currency means we have to understand whenever we are learning something new, we have to go back to the history. So what is this? Initially, it is a barter system. Barter system means what? You give me something, I will take you something. How many of you know? You all understand barter system, right?
Yes.
So in this barter system, people used to exchange things for things. So if I got wheat, you can take, I will take something from you. So barter system. Later on, what has happened? Gold coin, gold or silver coin. So the sovereign, any king or queen used to have coins they used to exchange, right? Thereafter, gold standard. Gold standard means, see, everybody don't have that. Those days, no, when we are taking money, gold coins, robbery used to take place. People used to rob, people used to, then it is also very difficult for every government to mint coins of gold value. So what they thought, that banking system has brought in. That banking system, what has happened? You can exchange the value, the government authorized paper, that is currency note. So if you give currency, so you will get the things. So thereafter, this banking system has evolved. Every government has printed depending on the gold standard. Gold standard means, here it is written gold standard. Gold standard means what? If any country has got more gold, means that country is worth more. So gold standard they had. Thereafter, during the Second World War time, what has happened? So the countries like America and Japan and European countries, they have deviated from gold standard. They started printing money of their own, right? Then this fiat money means government can print as much as money they want. Government can print as much as money they wanted, right? That is called, there are like United States country like that. Thereafter, exchange based. United States become a dominant country. All the countries have started having exchange rate. Exchange rate means what? How much money according to the market value. So I will tell you how the money is growing. It's depend upon the circulation. So we'll come to that in a later part. Then from today is, we are in a fiat money. From fiat money means, government if it thinks how much I should print, they can print those much of money in the system. So if government thinks I should print a few more crore rupees, they can print. Nobody is going to stop. Only thing is that their value will come down. Money value will come down. As much as money they are printing, the money value comes down, because the supply is limited, demand will be more. So because of that, our money value will come down. So that is why US is printing lesser and lesser of currency. India is printing more and more of currency. I will tell you, yes, United States from 2015 to today, there every year money circulation has increased only 7%. India, they have increasing year on year despite demonetization. Money circulation is increased year on year 12.5%. So in this 12.5%, every year there is a money supply increase is there. Because of money supply increase, our money value goes down. Here in cryptocurrency, very limited. So Bitcoin, for say, only 21 million Bitcoins were, that is the limited one. There is no increase. Okay, it's only on transaction. We will come. Then government is also contemplating digital currencies to replace the physical currency. So what next we have to do is it go into digital currency or cryptocurrency. Next one, start of cryptocurrency. There was a person named Satoshi Nakamoto. He is a person or group of individual, 2-3 people. It is a secret one. Why? Because if a person, suppose I am starting a something new venture, okay, tomorrow I expire, I am not in this world, what will happen? That my venture's value will go down. They thought that it should not happen to cryptocurrency because of one person. They have kept it secret. They have given name, it is a pseudonym or original name, I do not know. The Satoshi Nakamoto, a person whose identity is still secret, created first cryptocurrency concept in 2008. Thereafter, that person or group of people has released in the name of Bitcoin. Bitcoin was released. The identity of individual not yet known even today. You cannot go and Google it. There is one old person figure comes. Sorry. Okay. Old person figure comes, but that is not correct. Transaction of cryptocurrency versus normal currency. Transaction of cryptocurrency is what? Person A and person B are here. Normal currency, he will send or receive money. Suppose you are in United States, you want to send it in here in person B in India. What you will do? You will send the money through bank. They will record your identity and then they transfer. Then receiver will receive the money, right? So this is how. Vice versa, B wants to send here. It goes by the intermediary called bank. Yeah, sorry, my dear friends. There was an error in the connection. Automatically, it got disconnected. So I will once again present it to start presenting it. My dear friends, these blocks are created by the data mining persons. Transaction in cryptocurrency is done through digital transaction. These are all the blocks, like so many blocks are created. Sender, receiver, sender, receiver, sender, receiver from person A to B, B to C. This once a block is created, that last transaction becomes the first reference point for the new block. Okay. Likewise, number of blocks, thousands and thousand lakhs of millions of blocks are created. So that is why you do not know whom you are sending. Here, a name will not be there. There is one reference number will be there, 0675318. Likewise, then the other person receiving will also have got one number. So that person from A to B, that person money will be transferred. Suppose if you, that is why this transaction are not reversible. So once you make transaction, it goes to the next chain, next person. You cannot go and retrieve it because this miner themselves will not know whom I got money from, okay, whom the money has come from, that person. So transaction. So only that person knows who is the person who is to send. Suppose if I'm sending to Mr. A, I should know whom I'm transferring. Then only. Otherwise, if you make one mistake, this is not possible. That is the transaction here. It is happening. Next one. Transaction in cryptocurrency. There is no intermediary and there is no It is not irreversible. You cannot reverse a transaction. If there is a bank, they would know that yes, this transaction is reversed. UPI transaction nowadays you are reversing. RBI advertisement daily it comes. How many? I got an internet problem. I do not know why. Yeah. Then wrong transaction cannot be reversed. Instant transaction. Transaction generally in RTGS and all it takes 1 or 2 hours. Here it takes maximum in 15 minutes. That is the maximum time. And one more thing is that whatever the transaction in cryptocurrency, it is 24/7, 365 days transactions are happening. So there are good things and then bad things are also there. We have to be careful about it, about the transaction. Mining. So mining is a, see this basically this validation. Validation means what? Verification. Whether this transaction correct or not, these blocks and all created by the crypto miners. This is a highly specialized job and it involves high degree of complexity. At the same time, high degree of technological involvement is there. So that is why the mining person's job is 24/7. He earns 1 Bitcoin. The miners earn, miners means there is not one single person will be there. There is a group of people, miners will be there, they will create. So every 10 minutes, 1 Bitcoin is credited to them as a transaction charges. So this mining, this is also in the blockchain they are creating. Mining involves a high degree of complexity, requires to have special purpose equipment. So it is not that a lot of servers will be there and they have to have a 24/7 upkeeping of the internet and everything. Lot of investments is there. That is why this mining is a specialized job. If some of you are interested, those who are studying in computers, they can join as a crypto miners also. Highly lucrative job, but it is highly complex also. Cryptocurrency growth and inflation. So cryptocurrency growth means basically Indian inflation rate as on date is 5.6%. Okay. Then Indian money circulation growth 12.5%. In 2015, because of demonetization, money circulation from 14 lakh crore to 11 lakh crores it was brought down, right? Because 85% of the high denomination currency were withdrawn. So from 14 lakh to 11 lakh. Again, in less than 6 years, money circulation has grown into phenomenal rate of 26 lakh crore rupees. It is a RBI balance sheet. If you go and see the RBI balance sheet, it will be there 26 lakh crore, right? In United States, the money circulation in the same period is only 7.8. Now, which is in demand? The United States or Indian money? Kindly reply. Anybody? Welcome, Palvi. So, here in cryptocurrency, United States circulation, money circulation is 7.8%, whereas Indian money circulation has grown 12.5%. Because of which our currency value every year, year on year, it is depreciating because of high supply of money circulation. To beat the inflation, you need at least a 7% return you require. Equity market, that means stock market has given a compounded annual growth rate of 11.96% in the last decade. From 2010 to 2021, it has given 11.96%. It means somewhere around 12%. What is CAGR? And anybody tell me? You are all educated person, some of you on BCom. What is CAGR? Especially commerce students. Ram Kumar, can you tell me? Bharat? Gokul Kumar. Last time you joined very late. Sharath? Adagu Sundaram? Karima? Vidya? Govindaswamy. Govindaswamy, can you tell me? Yeah. Compounded annual growth rate. It is called CAGR. So CAGR means how much every annum it grows money, 11.96% in the last decade. Cryptocurrency's growth rate of CAGR is 95.6%. So is it not lucrative or not? How many of you agree? Cryptocurrency is the best place to invest your money. How many of you agree? Anybody? Open queue. Yeah, you can talk. Yeah, how many of you agree? Sharat Chandran is agreeing. Anybody? Ram Kumar? Gokul Kumar, if you want to speak, you can speak. You raised your hand, no? Unmute yourself and speak.
I agree, sir.
You agree? Okay. Why you agree? Can you elaborate? Govindaswamy, he seems to be experienced. Yes, sir. Ram Kumar. Ram Kumar, சொல்லுங்க. Can you unmute? Yeah.
Sir, கேக்குதா?
கேக்குது.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Bitcoin investment is, as you said, it is a liquid investment. So we can, it has both sides. One is on the, high returns is there. Same way, high risk is also there.
Okay.
So it has both the, it is like sword. Both,
Okay.
the age at which you are in and the risk and the money, whether it is excessive or short, uh, which is your investment money, the base money, it can be invested or not invested. So it can be invested if you are ready to take a high amount of risk. And the returns will also be on the higher side. Is my opinion.
Govindaswamy, if you want to say something. Govindaswamy. நீங்க ஏதாவது சொல்லணும்னு விரும்புங்களா? Can speak. Govindaswamy. Okay, right. See, here the cryptocurrency's growth rate is very lucrative. By seeing this 95.6 every year, it means every year it doubles. Okay, 38 rupees, as we have seen in the growth rate in the previous slide, the second slide, we have seen from 38 rupees, now it has grown to 30 lakhs rupees, right, per Bitcoin. This is the growth rate. So by looking at it, everybody will be lured it. Everybody, yes, I want to invest in crypto coin. Everyone to invested in crypto coin. Okay. So in which case we have to be very, very careful while investing in Bitcoins. How? I will just say in the coming slides. Mining we have seen. There are lot of cryptocurrencies are there. So cryptocurrencies, which are all the cryptocurrencies you are able to identify? How many of you know the logo of cryptocurrency? Can you see? These are all the cryptocurrencies types. Like we know Bitcoin, Ripple, Litecoin, BitShare, Strati, and then we got Binance. Binance is owning Wazirex company also, which is the exchange, right? Digicoin, Ethereum. The second most is Ethereum, Monaco, IOTA. Then Bitcoin. There is a confusion. Bitcoin and Bitcoin also there. So these are all the cryptocurrencies you have got. You should know which is the best cryptocurrency. Where you want, if at all you want to invest in which coin you will invest. Anybody? And why? யாராவது சொல்ல முடியுமா? Please raise your hands. Govindaswamy can speak now. If you can't unmute, I will try to unmute you. It's a contract. No. Ram Kumar, anybody?
Yes, sir. Sir, already I have invested in Bitcoin and I'm trading on that. I do
Oh,
Windex
fantastic.
actually.
Okay,
I do
very nice.
Windex, and
So we got someone.
I'm a miner also.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. So these are all the types of bitcoins we must know. So we have got Bitcoin, Ripple, Litecoin, Bitshare, Ethereum. So whenever you are investing, you should know where you are investing and how much you have to invest.
இந்த ஸ்டீரியோ இருக்காதுடா. நான் இது வரைக்கும் ஸ்டீரியோவே யூஸ் பண்ண ரியல் டெக்ல தான் நான் போயிட்டு இருக்கேன்.
Okay.
எந்த அப்படியே பிரசன்ட் ஆகும்டா.
He is not muting himself and talking. See, this is the market cap of cryptocurrencies. So here Bitcoin owns $191 billion and Ethereum $105 billion. Ripple, these are all the other coins are there, right? So Bitcoin, here it is Bitcoin instead of Bitcoin, he has written Bitcoin. So these are all the market cap from $191 billion to $105 billion. So whenever you are investing, you should go for the higher market cap. So it means Bitcoin automatically qualifies into a investing zone because this has started a pioneer in 2009. Now in 12 years, so many people have bought it. Even El Salvador has made it legalized of legal tender. We will see what is a legal tender and a legal, whether it is legal or not, this debate later. Right? This is the market cap. How to buy bitcoins? Bitcoin, how to buy? Yes, Bitcoin is one Bitcoin today is around $43,000 as on today, right? It has increased around 6.7% from yesterday, whereas other coin somewhere around 9% or so. I do not know the name, I don't remember, but Bitcoin has grown in one day 7%. What you can buy Bitcoin in INR, right? And you can buy in fractions. It means that 30 lakhs rupees, how can I invest? You can even invest 500 rupees with 500 rupees also. So there will be 0.0000 some fraction, you will be getting those many Bitcoins. You can place order in exchange. The exchange are self-regulatory organization. They are not coming under any ambit of statutory laws. Then you can buy person to person also. So you go to exchange. If I like Satish is having Bitcoin, I'll have to wait for him to sell and then I can buy it from Satish. So that is how also, that's also you can make, but it is quite time consuming to find the right match for the right price. But if you go to exchange and sell it, bigger exchange, you can always buy and sell. Pitfalls. Now we have seen the opportunities in Bitcoin. Now we have seen what all the pitfalls in the Bitcoin. It is highly volatile. Volatile means what? From 43,000 to crash to $28,000 due to comments made by Elon Musk of Tesla. He just said we will not accept Bitcoin for EV vehicles. So if you are a short-time trader, you will tend to lose more money quickly than earning money quickly. And then one more thing, money laundering by unscrupulous elements like terrorist activities, other money launderers. These people are investing in Bitcoins, right? Because there is no regulation, there is no government backing. So the best place for them to park the money in Bitcoin, let the money grow, thereafter they will exit it. That is why Enforcement Directorate in India has raided one largest cryptocurrency exchange in June. To the tune of, they found violation of FEMA violation, that is Foreign Exchange Management Act violation, 2,700 crores. How it has done? Somebody from China has come in and invested here, and then they have taken the money out in Cayman Islands, right? Cayman Islands, and went into different wallets. Yeah, FB also trying cryptocurrency last few years. Here, the money laundering is huge for terrorist activity and funding. So that is why the know your customer is opaque there. That is why Bitcoin is quite risky. Tomorrow, any government can say, bring a rules and regulation. Yeah, any that is Libra is different. London interbank exchange rate. Okay, here the bitcoins. What will happen once the Bitcoin? If some government feels susceptible to any kind of this kind of unscrupulous activity, they can put a ban, and your Bitcoin value will come crashing down. Second is that it is not a legal tender. So for currency, if I going a US dollar, I can go to Western Union money transfer and change into some other currency, right? If you got Indian currency, you can go to Europe and change into euro. If you are having a euro, you can come to Mauritius, you can change into some other Mauritius currency. So likewise, the legal tender, these currencies, our currency like Indian rupee, INR, euro, even a Pakistan rupee, that is not at all valued, still they can transfer, right? You can go to Seychelles rupiah, that can be exchanged. But in Bitcoin, you cannot exchange and buy things as you want. There is a difference between a legal tender, okay? Legality. If you see the legality, cryptocurrency is legal as per Supreme Court ruling of March 2018, but not a legal tender. Anytime crash can happen. Anytime new regulations of any sovereign government can bring in. So we have to be very, very careful, my dear friends. When you are enthused about investing, at the same time, you should also be investing with the caution. I would say how much to invest. So are you ready to invest with this legality problem and then the pitfalls? How many of you still ready to invest money? Please kindly open up and speak, because I should not be feeling I'm speaking to a wall.
Prashant, if the risk factor is very high, then is it worth investing in Bitcoin? Moreover, since it is not recognized as legal tender, so if the
Okay.
money comes into the account, you will be
Okay.
only paying income tax on that. Now you're going to declare it because
Yes,
once
yes.
it is going to get linked with your regular account, and if you're going through a trader who is reliable in India, then it's only a question of paying tax. If you're paying tax properly on your Bitcoin earnings, then you will not face any problem with the government, no?
Yes. But at the same time, many of the government, they are not said, except El Salvador, no government has said it is a legal tender or any exchange are backed by the organization like SEBI. No legal standing, statutory standing for these.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting. That is precisely the huge risk factor here, because one single country is regulating Bitcoin. There is no regulation in most of the countries. There is no particular regulation which is combining for all the, which is equally applicable to all the countries. So அந்த மாதிரி legislation எங்கேயுமே வரல. Like a UN body, there is no body which is regulating Bitcoin. That is why the risk factor is very,
UN
very
body
high.
is not regulating. Nobody is regulating, sir.
That's what I'm
Nobody.
telling. Like a UN body, there is no regulator for your activity. No single
In fact,
country can
United
say.
Nations is not a regulator also, for your information. United
No, I
Nations
know
doesn't
United
regulate
Nations is not a regulator, but no such agency is there, I'm telling. There is no controlling agency in Solavana for Bitcoin.
Okay. And one
So
more
who
news
takes the
is that-
responsibility for paying?
Sir, I would like to interrupt here. May I, sir?
Okay, Ram Kumar, you can say.
Yeah, sir. Since it is a blockchain, it is backed up with blockchain, so no country can interrupt in this. Since it is a block which gets changed in 4 seconds each. A block gets changed within 4 seconds, so no country can interrupt or nobody can interrupt in this. Even the creator cannot interrupt post it is created. Not alone the transaction.
I would like to add.
Anything.
See, there is a
Precisely, Mr. Ram Kumar, this is where the problem arises. As you said, it is a blockchain technology. No country can interrupt. But who takes the responsibility if a crash happens or if it is an upward trend, who takes the responsibility for paying back if a person wants to withdraw from the system money? Who is going to take the responsibility?
Okay, one
Sir,
more thing I would tell, my dear
as
friend.
you said, it is correct only. But if you, invest in a commodity exchange, for example, if
Ah,
a commodity crashes, who takes, responsibility here, sir? Commodity. For commodity, nobody takes, or
correct,
in share trading also, nobody takes responsibility.
correct,
The same way,
correct.
this also
No, but
deals, is my opinion.
I beg to differ. But in shares and other things, there is a regulator. SEBI is watching each and every move. Whereas in Bitcoin, there is nobody to watch. That is why the governments are scared of this particular thing. No government wants to legally legalize a Bitcoin if it is going to be treated as a currency. No government in the world has legalized it to the best of my knowledge. Maybe they're allowing trading of Bitcoin as a currency, right?
Okay, I'll
Correct. And
Mr.
in my
together.
Ramkumar,
Let's
opinion, this
move on.
cannot be
Let's
a
move on.
currency.
Let's move on. Let's
then
move
what do
on.
you treat
Let's
it
move
as?
on.
If it is not a
Sir,
currency,
let's move on. I request
yeah, okay.
friends, let's
Prashant,
move
move
on.
on.
Okay. For your information, El Salvador is the country which has legalized Bitcoin. They also, the president of El Salvador also said, since Bitcoin, if we adopt Bitcoin, there will not be any inflation because the printing, there will not be only limited supply, 21 million Bitcoins only. There cannot be anything more than that. Value may go up. And he has also told that $30 will be credited to each and every citizen of El Salvador in Bitcoins so that they can have it, start doing exchange. So with this, one more point with this discussion, we can come to know there are people are ready to take plunge, taking into consideration so much of money, that is $191 billion in Bitcoin alone. They have invested $105 billion invested in worth of Bitcoins. Ethereum has been in the possession of people. So it means that there is a probability no government will come and axe it in one go. But at the same time, there is, as I told earlier, since there is no control, it is a very good regulatory pitfalls are there. Regulatory pitfall is different from interfering in transaction. Even in banking transaction, no government can interfere and block it unless otherwise they bring up their sovereign authority. Here also, any government, rule of law, land of law, if a government thinks even the Bitcoin transaction to be regulated, nobody can get government stopped there. If United States thinks that yes, the Bitcoins are used against the country transactions, yes, they will block all the servers unless otherwise they report on periodical basis to Federal Reserve. Can they make it or not? Yes, I think that if a federal government or United States, any sovereign government thinks that let us bring end to this, because of this, like I said, 2,700 crore money got laundered through Indian exchange. I don't want to name it. Laundered through Indian exchange to I'm sorry, now I'm not saying name. It has slip of tongue. Cayman Islands, it has gone to different wallets there. They have laundered money, right? From China, money has come, it has gone to Cayman Island through Indian exchange. The amount is 2,700 Indian rupees. It is a quite big amount. So they can use it for anything like narcotics, they can trafficking, human trafficking. They can also use it for the purchase of arms. They can also use it for terrorism. They can use it for bringing down the governments. So many things they can do. So, my dear friends, the arm of sovereign government is extends to beyond your imagination. They can bring in any regulations, whatever the transaction happened within the country. That is the constitutional law says. I think Satish would agree more than I am doing because he is a lawyer by profession. So that is what you have to be very, very careful. And one more thing is that let us move on to this topic. Legality we have seen. Taxation. Any accrued income realized, as such there is no tax. any accrued income realized treated as other income taxed. But the government at future levels, future levies and taxation may be imposed by government that is imminent to happen. So do you think that there is 191 crore is there? Okay, they say that, as we said, there is a transaction takes place, that exchange, X exchange is giving back to your money to your transaction. They can always ask that exchange how much money Prashant has invested in that Bitcoin, how much money he has sold it. That can be done, no? That KYC with the exchange, right? They will say that you pay 28% GST on it, you pay capital appreciation for this, you pay income tax on the money received at the hand. So it can happen, I would say, with the all the conviction. With the 23 years in capital markets, I have seen how the STT had come, how the GST had come, how the long term capital gains had come. Earlier there was no long term capital gains, long term capital gains had come. Thereafter they also brought dividend distribution tax. Earlier it was not there. So it is very easy for a government to pass a law even as an ordinance, right? So KYC customer is intermediary of the customer is also important. That's why, my dear friends, it is taxation, it is going to come. It is my conviction that don't think that there is no taxation. With this, should you still invest in cryptocurrency? How many of you agree? Around 5 people are here. Sharath, Govindaswamy, Adagu Sundaram, Ramkumar, Palvi. With this premise, do you still want to invest? Yes, risk takers are there. I would always say how to invest it. What is the no? Sharath Chandran, yes. Okay. Ramkumar.
Prashant, the
Yeah.
risk factor is too much here. I won't be exposing my portfolio to so much of a risk. I would rather invest in equity market or mutual fund rather than investing my hard-earned money in a currency which goes down by a single tweet of Elon Musk.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, thank you. Let's go to the next. Should I still invest it? My take is that you should understand this financial pyramid first in order to invest. How should you invest? This pyramid is anywhere in the world. This pyramid is a most rugged structure which will last. So if you go by this, if you start earning it, first thing is that you should do the risk cover. You should have, as soon as you start earning, you should have adequate risk cover, that is minimum of minimum 10 times of your annual income. Thereafter, liquid and emergency funds. Third is that create assets. Finally, you should invest in capital markets. Capital market means stock market or equity, that is one. Then finally, you should go for speculative investment. So if you directly go to speculative investment like cryptocurrency, we will be having, as Palvi said, a lot of pitfalls will be there. You are risking yourself more than what you can chew. So this is the way. Risk cover, liquid and emergency fund, create assets. Create asset means what? Creating asset means nothing but buying gold, metals or land or anything, immovable assets. Then invest in capital markets. See, whatever the left out amount only you should keep investing. First is that risk cover. Risk cover means the unearned income of whatever you are earning, that is going to be given to your family in case of risk. If you are straight away investing in bitcoins, if something happens, nothing will be there. Even the stock market crashes or Bitcoin crashes, you have got nothing to support your family. Then emergency fund, minimum of 6 months. Then create assets. One E spelling mistake. Thereafter, invest in capital markets. Third thing is that speculative investments. So how many of you agree this is the way out? And more so in Bitcoin investment, I would say you always invest as a party fund. So whatever the money you are investing as a party fund, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 1 lakh. So that is the amount you should invest in cryptocurrency not the entire your saving. Hard-earned money, if you invest is there, you are tend to lose more than, because one fine morning you will wake up, you will find that your capital has gone zero, right? And then one more thing I would say, wait, my dear friends, for the clear-cut regulations are coming in. Thing is that our government is at the advanced stage of bringing in digital currency of its own to beat the inflation. If our government and US Federal Reserve and many other Euro, they are all bringing the digital currency to have their sovereign authority, then there is a 90% chance with the conviction say this cryptocurrency will go down. Because once you start digital currency, then your transactions are traceable. Once the transactions are traceable, there will be less and less intermediaries is required. The banks will be converted as a data mining company. So data mining company, they will have to say, then loans will be easily provided. So here the transaction takes place without anything. That is why this government is working on digital currency. Not only Indian government, there is also US Federal Reserve and Euro. And there is also any sovereign government will not allow, will not allow any third party private cryptocurrency to go. They have let it for around 30 years, 13 years. But going forward, I am damn sure that digital currency is the way out, not the cryptocurrency. How many of you agree? Govindasamy, put your light on it by texting. Govindaswamy, he has invested a lot of money in cryptocurrency, is old. Ram Kumar, Sharath, for staying long. Palvi. Okay, my dear friends.
Yes.
So this is what, this is, yeah, please you can say, talk to me.
I agree with you. Yes, government of India is going to bring digital currency very soon. We will be having that, and as you rightly said, once it comes, everything will be on a totally different platform.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
before exposing our portfolio to cryptocurrency, I think we should wait for the digital version of
Yes.
Indian currency.
So if at all you are investing, you should invest in party funds. Okay, the money which you can let go. Okay, so if you don't want anything from that money, then only you should invest that much amount only. Most of the people have left even now. So questions we have handled. My dear friends, so next week I'm going to handle this summary, that is book summary on webinar. I would like to enrich my network. That is why I'm coming with each week a new webinar, and then every month we'll have on how to start a fintech. So Good to Great is a very nice book. Satish, join.